Hey, welcome back to the Disney Plus Everyday Challenge, and today we have Dian Fossey, Secrets in the Mist. This is a 3-part National Geographic documentary. It is from 2017. It's 1 season, 3 episodes each, about 45-ish minutes each. Let me make sure that it went pretty quick. Yeah, 47 minutes each. And basically, I expected to get yet another like Jane Goodall, a story of a woman who heads into the jungle and learns about how gorillas live and mate and raise their young, and so much scientific research done by a single woman and her passion to understand these creatures better. What I got was something completely different. It was originally intended to be that kind of thing back when she was alive. Unfortunately, she passed away by being hacked to death by some mysterious person. Now, if we know that who murdered her by now, I haven't gotten to that point yet because it's a 3-part series, and well, I don't know the story. I don't normally watch true crime kind of things or podcasts or things, stuff like that. But I understand the appeal of it. This is very much in that vein. You basically get a murder mystery about a woman who is, living remotely, surrounded by apes, maybe one other, as they say it in this, white person amongst a number of people in Rwanda. They kind of stand out. They're a little bit different. Yeah. And she's an American, by the way. She was killed when she was only 53. But who would want to murder her? Well, it turns out she had many enemies, even though, her kind of goal was to do without dealing with humanity for the most part, and wanting to get to know the apes. I don't want to give it all away because there's certain twists and turns in this, even just in the first episode, as you get to understand who she is and who she relates to and who she interacts with, that really sort of notch up the drama. I didn't expect it to go certain directions that it did. This is a mixture of documentary footage and recreated footage, plus a voiceover of the words of Dian Fossey by none other than Sigourney Weaver. Yeah, Sigourney Weaver. You'll hear her voice. The moment you hear her voice, you're just like, okay, that's Sigourney Weaver playing the part, the voice of Dian Fossey from her journals and from all of her research and the things she had typed out in the pouring rain under a tent after interacting with gorillas all day. Yeah. Especially in the early days. Eventually, they built a shelter for her out in the jungle, and she had a photographer with her, somebody running a camera. Eventually, she got kind of close with that person, wanting them to be with her. And, well, that gentleman was married. So, I made a little bit of tension there. But also, she made enemies famously with the poachers in the area, and to such a degree that she scared the living crap out of them. Yeah. These guys who go around the jungles hacking up animals to kill them and then sell them for profit. Their parts, their fur, their giblets, whatever, every little piece of them in order to make profit. She protected the gorillas as best as she could. And so what she did very often, she would dress up in like a spooky mask and kind of freak them out, give the impression that there was a witch living in these jungles. And being a little bit superstitious, she did pretty well from what it looked like. And that kind of made some of them, who was maybe a little less superstitious and thought, maybe, hey, this is, a human woman. Maybe they're responsible for her death. It sure looks like it, but in the very last moments of the first episode, a few little twists and turns get added to the story that I should have seen coming. But there are interviews with a number of people who knew her personally from that era. There's footage from that era. There's recreations, as I said, that look like they are documentary footage. There are moments where you're just like, yeah, there's no way they were capturing that moment exactly as it was. Yeah. And she's not the only death in this story that has humongous consequences for the story. Yeah, you'll have to watch it to find out. So this is something that I did not expect that I'd enjoy. I mean, I see so many nature documentaries, especially set in Africa, and we had like I said, we had the Jane Goodall stuff, a number of documentaries featuring her. And it's not that they're bad or anything. It's just that there's a lot of redundancy when it comes to these documentaries on National Geographic and Disney Nature and things like that. You get a lot of penguin stuff. You definitely get a lot of shark stuff. You get a lot of lions and tigers and bears. Oh my, and you get gorillas and women who live with them. So this was a surprise. This was a definite twist. So it's not so much about, hey, look at all the great things she did with gorillas. Let's talk about her murder. Why it happened, and who may have done it. Again, they're structuring it not with the answer up front. They may know the answer. I don't know if it's ever been discovered since, or if it's been determined beyond a reasonable doubt. But it is not as clean cut as one would assume from the evidence early on. The one just looking at the surface. To me, it was the poachers. But was it? So I'm going to add this to my list. I'm going to watch the other 2 episodes. I might have to just go right back and watch them now. Yeah. I am, like I said, I wasn't expecting to be pulled into this, but now I need to know the answers. And it's shot so well. It's beautifully done. It's got a little bit of an indie art house. Too many close-ups every so often. Just sort of moving in and out the camera. A little grain on the digital camera footage. That kind of thing. It's really played up to look more interesting and not cut and dry. It's not meant to look just like a documentary. It is definitely a bit of a murder mystery. So documentary series. So if you're into that kind of thing, even if you're not like, oh my gosh, Gorilla Girl is actually literally the name of the first episode, because she had that reputation as the Gorilla Girl. And you do get a little bit of history as to where she came from and what she was all about and why she chose to do such a thing with her life. So, but yeah, I have a feeling we're going to start moving even faster in the next 2 episodes. I don't know. So yeah, I'm actually going to watch those, which is weird. And I have a feeling I'm going to knock them out tonight or tomorrow. We'll see how it goes. Let's pick tomorrow's episode. 99. 99. Oh my. This is probably one of the last Marvel films I think we have in our series. I've been kind of waiting for this for a while, because it's one of these films, Marvel films, where it's kind of one of the first. That didn't go over as well as we thought it was, but it's incredibly important for a number of reasons. But I'll get into that tomorrow when we watch Iron Man 2. Yeah. The Jon Favreau sequel to the iconic, the historic, the world-changing MCU saga sequel to Iron Man. Iron Man 2 on the next Disney Plus Everyday Challenge. I'll see you back here tomorrow with that.